In this video, we're going to talk about how to convert one freight customer into 10 new customers without cold calling. Hey everybody, this is Dennis Brown from FreightBrokerBootcamp.com, and I'm coming at you with this freight broker training video as I do pretty regularly. So if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure you click the subscribe button now and you'll get notified whenever new videos come out. For those of you that don't know me, again, my name is Dennis Brown. I'm the owner of Freight Broker Bootcamp. Started my freight brokerage back in 2003. I had absolutely no experience in the business and grew that company to over $80 million in sales before I finally sold that company. I still own Freight Broker Bootcamp, which is an online freight broker and freight agent training program. So we're going to dive right into the training. So here we go. So how to convert a freight customer into 10 customers without cold calling. Well, I'm sure that most of you have, if you've been successful in any business or not, you've had to do cold calling in the past. So this strategy is designed to avoid having to cold call. It's a strategy that I learned and developed over time on how to create warm calls. And so I'm going to give you a 3-step approach to doing this. So pay close attention, grab a pen and paper. You might want to take a few notes. So the first step is this. You have an existing customer. Say you're doing business with XYZ manufacturer, right? And they're based out of Buffalo, New York. And you've been doing business with them for several months and you've been doing a good job for them. And so what you do is you go back to that customer and you get a testimonial letter, you get a recommendation letter, you get them to write something on a letter that says that you've done a great job, you've over-delivered, they're very happy with you, and then they just put it on their company letterhead and sign it. Something very simple like that. That testimonial letter is the equivalent to gold in this business because people are never going to believe what you say about yourself, but they will believe what other companies similar to them say about you. So getting that type of a recommendation is very, very important. There's an old saying, when you say it about yourself, it's bragging. But when somebody else says it about you, it's proof. So get that letter. That's really important. That's step number 1. Step number 2 is when you're shipping for XYZ manufacturer out of Buffalo, you're going to be picking up and delivering at different locations. Sometimes they're going to be picking up in Buffalo. Sometimes they're going to be delivering in Buffalo. Sometimes they're going to be in different locations. You might be in Atlanta or LA or Seattle or Dallas or Miami or Albany or Boston or Chicago, any number of different locations depending upon where that freight is picking up and delivering for that specific load. So what you want to do is you want to document all those pickup and drop locations, including the phone numbers. Typically, they'll include a phone number for a pick and a drop location because in case you need to contact them to schedule an appointment or to confirm the delivery or pickup. So having that information is really important. Keep a separate sheet with all that information on there for that specific customer. That's step number 2. Step number 3 is after you've delivered into a location a few times, say for example, we were delivering into a location in Boston. Let's say, for example, it was picking up in Buffalo and delivering into Boston. It was going to one of their customers in Boston. So what I would do is I would make note of that Boston location, name, address, phone number, and if there's a contact person there. And what I would do is I would, after delivering into that location multiple times, I would then contact that location and let them know that I've been doing business with XYZ company who delivers in there many, many times. And I just want to let you know, we appreciate, you guys do a great job getting the trucks unloaded. And we really enjoy working with XYZ company. We really appreciate you helping out on the delivery end. So giving them that sincere compliment will really grease the wheels and get them to open up their ears. And then you might say something like, here's a little bit of a script you can use when contacting those locations. It might go something like, hey, Joe, we've picked up and or delivered at your location a bunch of times now for Mike at XYZ company out of Buffalo. As a matter of fact, Mike recently wrote us a testimonial letter, a recommendation letter about how much he likes working with us. I have a question for you. If I have a driver in your area, would I call you about available loads coming out of your location? And then you listen. If he says yes or no, whatever it is, you document that. If the answer is yes, say, okay, great. We typically run vans or flatbeds or reefers or whatever type of freight, vans or equipment you use. Would you by any chance know what lanes you run most often? And then you pause and listen. And then from there, basically what you're doing is taking notes from that person on how their freight moves, what locations. He may tell you, yeah, we have a lot of loads that pick up every day here out of Boston. They go to Chicago, they go to Baltimore, they go to Albany. Some of them go up into Portland, Maine. And then you're just going to take notes. And from there, once you have that contact information, the person that's the right contact, you already know his contact information, you're going to try to schedule an appointment with him shortly after that and let him know, hey, listen, would it be okay if I put some pricing together on these lanes because I really think we could help you out? Most times they're going to say yes. At that point, you're going to send the rates over along with that testimonial or recommendation letter from Mike at XYZ Shipping and Manufacturing in Buffalo. And then from there, you're just going to follow through the process. Of course, you're going to have to be competitive on the price. Of course, you're going to have availability of equipment. But if you know where it's picking up, you know where it's delivering, you know who the decision maker is, it's a great way to turn that customer into a very strong prospect, which is very likely to turn into another customer, if you can do a good job and continue to provide value. From there, all you're going to do is do that same process with every pickup and every drop location that you ship for XYZ Shipping out of Buffalo. It's like a daisy chain. And then you get a customer, say for example, you get that customer out of Boston and you start delivering into Portland and you start delivering into Baltimore. You just do that same process over and over again. Step 1, get the testimonial letter. Step 2, document the pickup and drop locations. Step 3, contact those locations and use that script that I gave you. Honestly, it's really that simple. But because I know I'm going to get a ton of questions about this, I put together a free cheat sheet called How to Convert One Freight Customer into 10 Customers Without Cold Calling. It's a one-page cheat sheet that talks about everything I go over here, including that script that I gave you during the video. So if you click the link below this video, you'll get an opportunity to download the free cheat sheet. Again, it's a one-pager, How to Convert One Freight Customer into 10 Customers Without Cold Calling. I hope you guys enjoy it. If you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure you click subscribe, and we'll see you soon.